Chapter 3. On the holographic screen, the host is auctioning the 5.8 kilograms of oily green jaded offered by Shang Yun, and the bidding below is one after another. I will give out 200,000 star coins, 250,000 star coins, 260,000 star coins, 280,000 star coins. Host Tan Shu. The current bid is up to 300,000 star coins. Does anyone want to increase the price? Wonderful Eyes looked around for a week and saw that no one continued to bid. He smiled and said, 300,000 once, 300,000 twice, 300,000, the deal. Congratulations to this gentleman for the price of 300,000 star coins. This oily green jadeite. Beijing glanced at the screen and walked out of this gorgeous spherical building. He used his brain to book a room in advance, left the bustling crowd, walked through the towering buildings on both sides of the road, and walked into a remote path. The location here is not good, but the price is cheap, only 300 stars a night. Opening the door, the room is very modern, with a simple combination of black, white, and gray, and intelligent home appliances. Since he entered the room, he has automatically adjusted the lights, music, and even the bathtub with hot water. The housework robot put the brand new slippers at the door. After Beijing put them on, he immediately went to the bathroom to take a hot bath. The warm water penetrated every pore of his body, and Beijing let out a comfortable moan, soaking his whole body in the bathtub. He hasn't bathed for a week. Water resources are extremely precious in the apocalypse. Even if he is splashed by the stinking liquid of zombies, he can only simply scrub it. Beijing soaked for a whole hour and didn't get up until his skin was completely moisturized and put on the prepared gray bathrobe. The dirty clothes were cleaned by the housework robot. He wiped his brown-black hair casually and lay on the bed and started fiddling with his brain. As soon as the light brain was opened, a novice guide popped up on the interface. Because it was in a hurry before, Beijing had not yet had time to check it, and now there is plenty of time, just in time to understand the system. An hour later, Beijing had a basic understanding of the operation of the optical brain, and of course information about this era. He was a little surprised that this era was actually related to the end times he was in before. Zombies broke out in 2050. After hundreds of years of struggle, human beings finally eliminated the zombies and won the final victory, but also suffered huge losses. The Earth is polluted by viruses and devastated. In order to survive, human beings have concentrated all their efforts on the development of science and technology, and finally found a habitable planet in the Milky Way. Using wormholes and space-jumping technology, all the remaining 100,000 people on the Earth were immigrated to the capital star. On this basis, gradually colonize hundreds of surrounding planets. It is a pity that after immigration, it was found that these planets have all the substances needed for life, except for the lack of energy. After difficult exploration, the researchers of the Empire found that there are a large number of rough stones irradiated by cosmic rays on the capital star and surrounding planets, and the emeralds contained in them can be used to provide energy. Robots, mechas, aircraft, hover vehicles. Almost all the energy sources on the planet, and even the advanced gene fluid used to resist cosmic radiation, must be extracted from high-quality emeralds, so gambling stones has become another important field in addition to mechas. The current era is 835 years of the ephemeris. After hundreds of years of development, stone gambling has formed a relatively complete system and scale, and it has given birth to the profession of stone gambling master. Due to cosmic radiation, the parts of all rough stones close to the husk are covered with a mist-like film that cannot be detected by any high-tech means. The probability that the rough stone contains jadeite is extremely low. Only a high-level stone gambler with rich experience and spiritual power can increase the probability of gambling increase several times and successfully produce high-quality jadeite. Therefore, stone gamblers are particularly respected in the Empire, and the requirements for becoming stone gamblers are extremely strict. White power may be suitable for stone gambling. Beijing thought that he had used his perception to detect the activity inside the wool, and if there was activity, it meant there was jade, and the final result showed that he was right. I didn't expect that the powers that were despised in the last days could also come in handy. He laughed self-deprecatingly, then felt a familiar hunger in his stomach. Probably because of genetic differences, even if Beijing drank 2 primary nutrient solutions, he could only reach 5 points of fullness. In this case, to achieve fullness, at least 1,000 stars are needed every day. Beijing looked at the 4,700 star coins in the account, and his handsome eyebrows frowned. If these star coins were bought for nutrient solution, they would only last for 4 or 5 days. He turned on his brain and entered the Xinjiang shopping mall to see if there was any other food. Natural radiation-free potatoes cost 200 coins per pound, beef 300 coins per pound, and rice 500 coins per bag, Beijing said softly, his beautiful eyes fixed on the fat and thin beef without blinking. He couldn't help feeling it through his gloves. It was very elastic. Beijing chose Adam's apple rolled. He hadn't eaten meat for several months. The last time I ate meat was in the wild. The team finally found a hare that was not polluted by zombies. Everyone scrambled to eat it. He can still taste the deliciousness of roasted rabbit meat to this day. After calculating the star coins, Beijing did not hesitate to order 3 potatoes, a pound of beef, a bag of rice, and various condiments, which cost a total of 1,500 star coins. Instead of drinking unflavored nutrient solution, eat these delicious natural foods to satisfy your appetite. The courier was delivered to the door in less than 10 minutes, which was unbelievably fast. There is a complete kitchen and kitchenware in the room, and Beijing wears an apron and cooks rice and porridge. Wash and blanch the beef, cut the potatoes into half pieces, and plan to make a potato beef. After a while, the fragrance of rice filled the whole room. In order to adapt to the long-term hunger, Beijing planned to drink porridge first. There is a thin layer of rice oil floating on the rice porridge in the bowl. The soup is clear and bright, and you can see the soft and glutinous rice grains inside. Perhaps it was because he had not eaten normal food for a long time, and Beijing felt that this was the best food he had eaten in the past 19 years. The small bowl of rice porridge was quickly consumed, and the warm rice porridge passed through the esophagus, bringing a comfortable warmth to the stomach. At the same time, the potato beef was also stewed. The orange-yellow potatoes were overcooked, and the large pieces of beef were brightly colored and wrapped in the soup. With the rich soup, Beijing ate half a pot of beef and 2 large bowls of rice, but he didn't dare to eat more because of his stomach. At night, lying on the big soft bed, Beijing closed his eyes contentedly. If this was a dream, he hoped he would never wake up. A good night's sleep. Beijing woke up from the soft bed. His eyes instantly became vigilant. He sat up suddenly, and habitually touched the energy gun beside the bed. When he saw the housework robot standing by the bed and the white bedding under him, he realized that he was no longer in the end times. It doesn't look like a dream. Beijing lifted the quilt and prepared to take a shower. The housework robot followed him step by step, squeezed toothpaste in advance, and put on soothing music intimately. Cool drops of water splashed on his face, and he looked at the person in the mirror. The brown-black, slightly curly hair has grown longer due to infrequent care, covering the smooth forehead and the pair of exceptionally beautiful brown eyes. Because of sleep, there was a strand of dull hair on the top of his hair, which made the boy's cold face look a little cute. His face was thin, with a pointy chin, and his long-term malnutrition had left him slightly yellowish, but it did not damage his delicate features. Beijing stared at it for a few seconds, picked up scissors and cut his hair a bit shorter, revealing those beautiful brown eyes that were shimmering with mist, which made people's minds shake, and could not help but indulge in it. He frowned and ordered a pair of thick-framed old-fashioned glasses with his brain. It was the cheapest style, only 50 star coins. After washing up, the glasses arrived. After wearing it, he looked at it in the mirror. The thick lenses covered the mist in his eyes and the watery light in his eyes. The original surprise became ordinary and even a little rustic. Beijing was very satisfied. He never liked to be paid too much attention, which often meant trouble. After heating up the leftover potatoes, beef and rice from yesterday, Beijing sat beside the bed and searched with his brain, intending to find a job. Otherwise, with the star coins in his current account, even if he is frugal, it will not last long. In fact, what he likes most is mecha-related positions. Thinking of what he saw on Starnet yesterday, there are holographic images of the real-life version of Mobile Suit Gundam more than 10 meters high. The smooth curves, the appearance of metallic luster. Tall, ferocious is every boy's dream. If he can drive a mecha, even level 5 zombies can be easily eliminated. Beijing took a few more glances and closed the interface with restraint. Whether it's his D-level genetic level or the price of a mecha that costs millions or even tens of millions of star coins, it's not something he can imagine now. The slender fingers slid quickly on the interface. Energy engineers, mecha manufacturers, mecha repairers, gene fluid developers, senior jade appraisers. Those who can meet his daily food expenditure of thousands of stars are these positions that require professional skills and professional certificates. Other basic positions are either too poorly paid or have been replaced by intelligent robots. It seems that gambling on stones is the best choice at present. Bajing put away his light brain.